Hey everybody, Greg DeLacy here with G4TE.com. That is Gaming for the Elderly, also the Overseas Connection podcast. You can pick that up on iTunes weekly. But today we're taking a look at Trials Fusion, which if you're familiar with the Trials games, either the first or Trials HD, then you're pretty much familiar with Trials Fusion. It is a physics-based platformer slash puzzler. And I say puzzler because at the end of the day, you are going to have to start implementing and using some different techniques in order to pass different tracks. Without it, you won't be able to do it. And so knowing those different techniques and mastering them becomes a bit of an art form itself. And it's just kind of the puzzle, if you will, to unlocking that track and getting through it. As for the game itself, Trials is the same formula that we know. You are racing down a track going crazy fast and using a lean mechanic in order to stabilize yourself as you make these giant jumps. And there's acceleration on the right trigger and braking on the left trigger. Interesting to note, the Xbox One does utilize the rumble triggers. So if you liked that in Forza 5, you will feel right at home here. And of course, it has that asynchronous play where as you're racing along, you will see the times of either your friends, or you can just put nearby leaderboard people. So if you don't have friends that have it currently, you can always pick some leaderboard people, and their times will be appearing next to you as you're racing along. And it'll give you a good idea of just kind of how you are comparing and faring against friends. There is multiplayer for this game. Sadly or disappointingly, there's no online multiplayer at launch, although apparently they are going to be bringing out a team-based multiplayer that will be online. But for now, multiplayer is limited to couch multiplayer, which, you know, it's great if you have friends, but it was a bit disappointing to find out, especially for someone who may not have people that are going to be playing this, couch co-op. In terms of track editors, once again, Trials Fusion has a very robust track editor that you can dabble into. And of course, it has the different upgrades in terms of different bikes, different rider outfits, and so you can get all of that within the garage. And then there's other things like messages that can pop up with rewards, that kind of thing. There's Uplay things that you can tie into. It's a published by Ubisoft game. So if you have other Ubisoft games that you've been playing in the past, you've more than likely earned some Uplay points, and so you sign into Uplay, and you'll be able to probably unlock some goodies like a squirrel helmet. Anyway, so that's it pretty much for Trials Fusion. It is fantastically fun. It's addictive. It's $20 digitally and $40 disc-based. The disc version does include the season pass, though, so that's why there's that increase in price. Whether or not that is worth it to you, it just probably depends on how much of a Trials fan you are. And so that's it. Enjoy Trials if you've picked it up, and look for me on the leaderboards.